Hi, I'm Emmett Woosley. Welcome to Parenting with Emmett. Today, we're going to talk about how to discipline your kids and make sure your little hellbound heathen wild bastard children grow up to be strong, God-fearing Republican adults. Now, if your kids are anything like mine, you may be thinking to yourself, gosh dang it, them little twits are fucking out of control. I just can't handle it. I got one in one hand choking them, and I got a pan in the other hand, and I'm beating this one. But then there's two more running around, and the fifth and sixth one are on the roof, and I can't fucking get them down. Now, things have clearly already gone off the rail if you're in this kind of a situation. And what you're going to want to do is try to nip these problems in the bud before they get started with. And the way to do that is with Jesus. Now, you may know that Jesus is always the answer. And that's right. Jesus is always the answer. And especially when it comes to raising your little bastard heathen kids, you're going to want to use Jesus. More specifically, the fear thereof. You're going to want to put the fear of Jesus into these little bastards. And the best way I've found to do that is with varying degrees of violence. You're going to want to use psychological violence, also emotional violence. Those two kind of have like an overlap in the Venn diagram there. And then physical violence, which also will encompass the other two. And these are, you've got basically tiers of how you want to be violent to your kids. And so if they're just being a little bit of a fucker, what you're going to want to do is just holler at the little shit. Don't start smacking them right away. Just, you want to scare them, so you just yell at them. Now, the best way I've found to do this is just holler at them. Don't try to use no words or try to make no kind of point or don't ask them for nothing or nothing like that. You're just going to want to holler loudly at them. Abel, you little shit! Ah! God damn it! Ah! You're about a worthless... If you want to throw in an insult every once in a while, that's okay. Just try not to make any cogent thoughts in the process of yelling it. It gives them too much to think about and it just confuses them. You just want to get them scared and on edge. You always want them to be wondering and not knowing if they're doing the right thing or not. And then if you tried hollering at them and they still are crying or whatever they're doing, then you're going to want to upgrade to give them a swat. You're going to have to swat them. And now you can go ahead and pick the place. I mean, you can swat them on the back side, or you can whap him upside his head, like swat him on the ear like. Now, you're not trying to knock the little bastard out of town here. You just want to give him a little sting. You want to make sure that your hand stings a little bit, but not too much. You don't want it throbbing afterwards, but you want to know you made some contact there with the little bastard. You want to know you got his attention. Or you can always bend him over your knee and you can just beat the living britches off him too. That works. If swatting them don't help, if you tried hollering at him and you tried swatting them, then the next thing you're going to want to do is beat their little britches off a little bastard. And, humiliate them. Have them come over to you and drop their drawers down and bend over your knee so they're utterly humiliated and embarrassed. So you've got emotional violence. And then you have them bend over your knee so you're being superior to them. And you make them do this themselves so it breaks them down psychologically, right? It's a psychological violence that you're doing to them now. When they drop down their drawers and bend over your knee. And then you just paddle that little ass till your hand is blistered and blue. And once your hand starts oozing out pus because it's so blistered and broken from swatting their little ass, then you're going to want to sit them down and read them out of the Bible. You're going to give them some Bible verses to let them know what they done wrong, why they should be afraid, and how they can do better in the future. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Emmett Woosley on the Staggerson Jags channel. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button down there. And why don't you leave me a comment in the comment section. And, hey, subscribe.